guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, you're a VIP here, and if this isn't your first time here, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. In today's video, guys, recently my friend Muni, I made a video with my friend Muni, and like on her channel, the whole comments, everybody was like, yes, we don't know you, we don't know you, what are people talking about? So I've decided that, you know, once in a while I'm going to like do light-hearted content, not every time informative, educative, but this one is also going to, you're still going to learn something, but at least it's more light-hearted. I'm here with, like, you know, renowned YouTubers, people that movers and shakers in the industry. I'm going to allow them introduce themselves, and then I'll tell you guys the topic, and then we'll take it from there. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay. So,
hi guys. So I'm Kosi Johnson. I'm pleased to be here on Cookie's channel.
perfect.
Hi guys, my name is Timmy A. I'm a lifestyle beauty and all things fabulous content creator on YouTube, and lovely to meet you.
Okay, lovely to meet you guys as well. So in today's video, we're just going to talk about like things that they don't tell you that you're going to encounter, or things nobody really talks about for like somebody in their 20s or something. Like as you're in your 20s now, there's things that you're facing that you're like, why did nobody say anything about these things? Do you understand? Like, so yeah, do you guys understand? So I'm going to like sort of like say some of the ones I think that they don't talk about, and then, you know, we'll talk about it. They also say the ones, and then we'll talk about it, and then, you know, possibly helping you guys if you're on your way there, or, you know, if you're experiencing the same things as well. Just, you know, tell us in the comments, and let's go. The first thing that I'll say that nobody talks about is that when you're in your 20s, you know, that sweet spot when you've started, like, you're working and, you know, you're going to school, or you're working, or you're doing both of them, and you're having real life issues as well. Like, you may be sick, you're having cramps, something's happening, or maybe you broke your leg, or maybe something, your phone spoiled, you still have to go to work. you must still function.
Yeah.
It's not like when you were younger, when maybe something is wrong with you, they'll be like, okay, don't worry, we'll go to the doctors, and then somebody will handle this one for you, or something. Nothing like that. If anything is happening, it's on your head. So if I'm feeling sad, if something happens in my personal life, I still have to go to work. Because how would I pay rent? You get, like, I feel like that's something they don't talk about. That's one thing for me. And do you know something else?
So I would say in my 20s, I wish I was told that it's okay to take life easy. You know, sometimes we always put a lot of pressure on us. We want to be this, we want to be that. I mean, we are still in our 20s. That thing you want to acquire, you know, people in their 20s now, they want to have the whole world. Just take it easy on yourself. You will eventually get there. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
I think what I would have to say is it's quite similar to what you said. Waiting times, like everybody's time is different, and I wish like I knew that in my, I would say early 20s and stuff, like your own time will come. I was telling her like before you came that obviously I waited like 12 years in Nigeria before I came back to the UK. So it's like those times I was like, why is my life like this? Why do I have to wait and everything? But then waiting, like, you know, because you don't know what you would experience, like when you're waiting, during those waiting times, you know, it might give you
and
more
those
strength.
experiences will build you
Because like I was watching, I mean, I was in Nigeria, I was watching you guys before I came, so it's like, oh, look at it now, like I waited, but like people are not like willing to wait these days. Like everybody just wants to be there, everyone wants to carry Chanel bag, everybody wants to be live the la vida loca life, and you don't know what it's taking people to get to where they are now. So just wait for your time. Okay.
And your time will eventually come.
Definitely.
Another thing I wanted to say is that your future is now. You know, like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, when you were younger, you'd be like, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a nurse, or when I grow up, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to start YouTube, or I want to do all these things. It's now, like, you're there. Do you understand? So if you're not being disciplined, if anything you're doing now that is like negatively affecting your life, it's now because in the next couple of years, you're going to be somebody's parents, probably. Do you get, like, you're not going to start reaping the fruits of the labor that you have put in your 20s. And so I know that even sometimes in my mind, I used to feel like when I just entered 20s, I used to feel like, oh, maybe I'm still a teenager. Like in your mind, you still feel like you're still the same person. Do you get what I'm saying? You're still like, why are these people talking to me like I'm that serious? Like, do you get? So it's just reminding yourself that it is now, like if I don't do this thing now, okay, you say I want to start investing. If you don't start reading at least books or watching videos that are talking about it, when are you going to do it? Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's something I was saying.
So I would also like to add, like she said, in your 20s, in fact, when you are almost above teen, once you clock 18 years or so, that's the right time to develop yourself, equip yourself, get skills. I wish I was I'm fortunate enough to have learned some skills, and I know it will help me sometime in future, if not now. So in your 20s, instead of you worrying about how to buy Chanel bag, buy Range Rover Sports and all of that, this is the best time to equip yourself, because what you have now, that's what you will imbibe in your children, because at some point you become a parent. So just develop yourself as much as you can, and also try not to focus on your area of concern. I mean, obviously we all want to grow, we all want to be wanting in future. Don't try dwelling in those things you are concerned. Oh, I'm not good at this, I don't know how to do this. The more you worry about me not knowing how to do one thing or the other, you end up killing the ones you have. So forget those your friends that are doing well, maybe they are so good at this. Don't look at them. You can get inspired by them, but focus on those ones you feel you can do well. Believe me, if you nurture it and give it your best, that's what will make you what you will be in the nearest future.
For me, I would say live life, like just live. Even though, like, yeah, I've said like don't rush, but at the end of the day, you still have to live life. Be happy. Do things that makes you happy. I know, like, it's not easy, you know, at the times we are now, the cost of living is high, like everything going on in the world. But if you don't leave, like they would say, wear your best outfit now. Yeah. Because like me, I used to do that thing where
for special occasions,
where like I would buy like a lot of clothes, but like let me wait till this time before I wear it. Let me wait till this time before I wear it. But like, when is going to be the time? Because you never know, like you might just add weight or lose weight, and then you don't end up wearing it. So I would just say live life to the fullest, because I mean, life is really short. Like, enjoy life. Don't let man, I can't say don't like enjoy life. Chop life, make life no chop you. That's the word.
And another thing I would also like to add, in your 20s, you should be mindful of the people you associate with, because it plays a very big role. If you don't associate with people that will bring out the best in you, it will end up affecting you. If you are always with friends that are always gossiping about someone, trying to tear people down and all of that, along the line you end up being like them. So be mindful of the friends you keep. And also, we need to add that in your 20s, just as you are learning other skills, this is actually the best time to get involved or get in touch with a spiritual person. Like get in touch with your spirituality, get involved with God, because God is the only person that will make us what we will be. Once you like dwell in him and he's in you, you get to see yourself living life, like you get to see yourself doing things effortlessly.
100%.
You get great ideas and all of that. So as you are learning every other thing, make sure you put God first in everything you are doing.
100%. I feel like being an adult and like having adult things and adult situations is not possible to not, even if it's not God. If you are doing traditional herbalist something, you need something that is just above you, because if not, you just go crazy because all these things.
I think not to shade white, I think that's why most people here in this country, they sometimes go like
they're not okay anymore.
Yes, they don't really have a higher being.
Because you feel like if everything is dependent on you, everything's on your shoulder,
crazy.
you will not even.
Do you know, there are times when a lot of things will just get overwhelming. A lot of things will just be in your head. You won't know what to do. You don't know the next step to take. I mean, I kind of enjoy great ideas from a spiritual being. Sometimes you just know that this life is more spiritual, and once you don't invest in your spirituality, you end up just wallowing away. Anything
that comes, you go down.
You won't be rooted.
And I feel like, you know, because it's good to have like that spiritual life, But I feel like where a lot of us get it wrong, especially like we young people, is we always try to do like transactional business with God.
Oh yeah.
Like and
Do
that
this all
thing,
for me.
yeah, that thing I used to do before, because I remember like when my 27th, like after like I turned 27, I remember telling my best friend that, you know, like things are not going my way. I mean, I was in Nigeria, no job, nothing is going on and stuff like that. And I was on a spiritual I won't say spiritual growth, but I was celibate, right? So I was like, God, I'm doing this celibacy for you.
Yeah.
So if you don't give me this, I'm just gonna go lose it. So like we do that a lot, but you need to be on that spiritual growth where you know that, okay, I'm serving God wholeheartedly, so anything that comes, you know, comes and stuff like that. But a lot of us were like, God, if you don't give me this, I will stop going to church, I will stop doing this and doing that. So yeah,
Something I wanted to add is also to take risks now, right? Because I can wake up and say, okay, this week I want to take holiday from work, right? And I want to go to Bali.
Yeah.
As long as I've saved that money, like, take risks now. Everything you can do, you have less responsibilities now. No matter the amount of responsibilities you think you have now, I promise you, as you get older, they will increase.
Yeah.
And you know what? The world is not kind to older people. Like, not older people as per like people in their like elderly people, grandparents. No. I mean, as you get older, the world gets less kind to you. So when you're younger, the people can be like, oh, you know, you're still young, you don't really know these things. When you're like 40, do you understand? Nobody can say, you're a child. You're not, like, you're not even a child anymore. These days now, with like millennials and like these days, like 30 is like still like young, and people are getting married more in their 30s now. Before, in our parents' like generation, they were getting married like 20 something, 21, they're married, they already have children, right? But with our generation, it has moved a bit forward. And so like, I'll say just take all the risks you can now, like make that mistake. If you want to dye your hair, dye it. It's hair. It will grow back. Do you understand? Cut the hair. If you say, oh, what I want to do, I want to be more fit, I want to start going to gym, start going to the gym. Because like eventually you're going to actually have real not even excuses, real reasons why you cannot do these things. But now it's just, oh, I'm tired, or I came back, and I get it. But you know, just take the risks, financial risks, travel risks, invest in experiences as well. That's also something I would say. Like, travel, do things with your friends, make friends with people. Also, I think one of the last things in this particular point is also remember to have self-respect. Like, yes, take risks. Like, ask somebody on the road. If I see somebody doing something and I want to know what this thing is about, I'll stop and ask the person. You in your head is like, God, let them not disgrace me. Yes, I understand it, but the moment you walk away from there, nobody is even going to remember that, oh, this person stopped here. Take all those risks, ask all those questions, but don't forget your self-respect as well. If you respect yourself, in my language, it's like, like, to have respect. Like, if you don't respect yourself, somebody else will not respect you. It's the way you carry yourself that other people are going to follow you as well. That's something I wanted to say.
In your 20s, I think that's when you get to have experience with men, guys,
That's
and all
true.
of that. I don't know. It's kind of dicey because people would say, go out there, have fun, explore, and all of that. Even as you are exploring, obviously the right thing to do is to be
explore with sense.
To be, you are meant to keep yourself for your husband and all of that. So, but if you see yourself not being able to keep yourself, do it wisely. I don't know. This conversation. I don't want to tell you what to do with your sexual life and all of that. But even as you are doing it, do it with your senses. Just know that it's your body. Like, you need to guard your body and all of that, because this is the body you will live in. This is your body. 100%. So that's it.
Also, something I found is that, like, you know, the way you were living before, I didn't used to eat at all. Like, I'm a picky eater. I don't think I'm as much now, but when I was younger, like, it was a big deal for me. I even had to go to boarding school so that I'll start eating. That was how bad it was, right? And so I used to live on vibes, like, 2 days we passed and I've only eaten maybe cabin biscuits and Indomie or something stupid like that, right? That's how I was. But as I started getting older, I started trying to remind myself that, you know, the way you're kind to this body, your body too will be kind to you when it
Yeah.
needs to be kind to you. If you're not drinking water, look at you, look at kidney stone, look at you, look at, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so just remembering to be kind to your body, be kind to your mind as well. And also, you may feel like you're going slow, you're not doing anything, but slow is still movement, as long as you're not still at a particular position. Of course, there are sometimes that are periods of waiting, but even in those periods of waiting, try to be moving on something, just be moving, no matter how small it is. Even if you feel like this thing is so slow, it's better to be going slowly than to be stagnant. That's one thing that I'll say. Also in this slow or stagnant, spend that money. You know, you want to buy that weed, buy it. You want to buy that perfume, buy it. You want to buy that plane ticket, buy it. Like, yes, save money and everything, but also use money. People in their 20s can die. People can just drop dead. Anything can happen. Emergencies can happen that are bad. And you know, yes, you need money, but also listen. Invest in experiences. Just do things. Spend money. Don't be too like, okay.
Yeah.
Just you know, live and let live. That's something I'll say.
And then another thing as well is like, don't let anyone pressure you. If they pressure you, block them, delete them from your contacts. Like, don't let anyone pressure you. If you feel like you're getting pressure, like maybe the society or someone in particular, just move away from it. From like mental health, I feel like a lot of things we don't talk about, like especially in Nigeria, is the fact that people are depressed. There's like a lot of mental health thing going on, and they don't really talk about it in that part of the world. But I would say, like she said, be kind to yourself. Like, if you feel like, you know, going on Instagram is doing something to your mental health, or seeing some particular people is, you know, doing something to your mental health, you could be like with a friend that likes to show off. And obviously, to you, it's like, why you, showing off. You might not see anything, but you know the person is trying to show off and everything. And if you feel like it's going to affect your mental health, maybe you don't have enough, block them, delete them from your contacts. Like, just, and be kind to people as well. Because in as much as you're kind to yourself, it's good to be kind to people. Like, if you see people on the road and they smell nice, give compliments. Like, it doesn't. I feel like a lot of people, they like to gatekeep and they like to like hold compliment. Like, if I see someone looking really nice, I'll give them compliments. But a lot of people, like, they feel like, why do I need to give them compliments? So be kind to yourself and be kind to people as well.
Also, the final thing I'd like to say is that, like, because the reasons why things have happened to you, if something happened to you in the past, a good mindset I'll say to adopt is that, this thing did not happen to me. I know it can be a bit tricky, but don't look at it like this thing, why is this thing happening to me? Try to look at it from the angle of, okay, this thing is happening for me. You don't know why yet. Maybe it may not feel like it is happening for you now, but later you can now be like, okay, I see why this thing happened. You get, just if you're moving in life with see what's always happening to me, this type of things happen to me. You're just going to wear yourself down. So just be looking at life like, if this one happens today, be like, okay, it's happening for
you.
It doesn't feel good now, but I know that maybe later, it will make sense.
One thing I'd like to add as well is like, what I wish I knew back then is to always say positive things to myself. Like, when I'm because you never know, like, it might not even have the effect on me or on someone else. I remember, like, when I was trying to, like, my first Jackpot video, I remember, like, I kept saying to myself, Grace, this is my story. Like, I kept saying positive things to myself, because, you know, like, okay, so for example, let's say you had a dream and like a nightmare, and you wake up, and instead of you to like say positive things to yourself, you keep saying, why is my life like this, kind of thing, because the devil is already trying to play into having you now saying negative things to yourself is already playing a part. So like, always make sure, like, even if it's a nightmare, just say, Grace is my story. Like, and I didn't know it had effect on people, because I have had like people come up to me, like I've met, like, you know, your video helped us, like your faith and everything like that, and everything, your confession. So say positive things to yourself. I'm beautiful. Today is going to be a great day. Like, I wish I knew those things, like when I was in my 20s.
Well, that's it about this video. It wasn't a very serious video. It was just real honest things that I wish somebody told me earlier. Maybe it would have helped me better prepare, and just things that to start doing now if you've not started doing them already. So thank you guys so much for like being on this video with me, and thank you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to go to their channels as well and check out their content. They have lovely things like for you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to like this video. Please tell me, share your thoughts as well in the comments. What do you think people should start doing? What do you think people should stop doing? And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.
Bye.